Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk to you about people who believe they have you all figured out. I'm sure you know the type that I'm talking about. We've all encountered someone who within a relatively short period of time of getting to know us, for whatever reason, believes that they have us all figured out. And I've come to realize that this is basically a trait of arrogance. These people are usually incredibly arrogant because they overestimate their own ability to read someone and to come to conclusions about who that person is. The older I've gotten, the more I realize that you pretty much have to spend at least like 6 months to more than a year to have a good idea of who somebody truly is, because people can pretend to be someone they're not at the beginning stages of getting to know them, and that goes for both friends and romantic interests. But even beyond just the fact that people can fake it until they make it, there's also just the fact that it takes time to get to truly know all the different facets to a person. We're all so uniquely different. We all have different hobbies, different things that we're into, different goals in life, and it takes time to get to know and understand those things about someone. So, when you encounter someone who within like a month of getting to know you believes that they have you all figured out, avoid that person, because that just shows that they're arrogant, and you do not want to spend time around people like that, especially when it comes to dating. But even with friends, I wouldn't befriend anyone who is like this either. If they are that arrogant that they believe that in such a short span of time they can create an accurate depiction of you in their mind, they're probably not somebody you want to be around, because that tells you right then and there that they're incredibly judgmental. And they probably aren't even accurate in their judgment, because very few people actually are, because you'd almost need to be omniscient to be accurate with that kind of thing. Like I said earlier, it takes time to get to know people. So most people just aren't that good at that ability of reading somebody and judging them that quickly. Most people just can't do that. It's a very difficult thing to master, and I would say many people in like their 60s who've had their whole lifetime to figure this out probably still aren't even that great at it. So if you're like in your 20s or 30s or 40s or anything young like that, like most people aren't going to be able to do this. So if somebody truly believes that they have this skill, they are just delusional. Simply put, they're delusional, because most people just aren't going to acquire this life skill. So don't spend any time dating somebody who's like this. And I can actually tell you, I've encountered women before in the past who thought they had me all figured out within a month as well. And there were actually some times, that's why I started laughing right there. There were some times where they almost told me I was wrong in telling them that they were wrong. It's like they were trying to tell me who I was when they barely knew me, which was hilarious to say the least, because how the hell could they know me or how could they know me better than I know myself when I am always in my own company? I'm always in my own head. Like, they can't read my thoughts, so how the hell would they know me better than I know me? It was crazy. But there are people out there like that, and it's just mind-boggling that they believe they can come to an accurate assessment of people in such a short period of time. Sure, you can somewhat start to notice patterns with different people, different personality types over time. I mean, there are what, like 7.5 billion people on this planet now, so of course there are going to be patterns and trends that people follow. But even then, that only tells you some things about someone. It doesn't give you the full picture. Sure, you can use those insights to have an idea of who the person is, but you still can't come to a full conclusion until you've had time to get to know them. So it's just so ironic when people do this and they think they're actually right. And that's why I believe these people are arrogant, so do not spend time on them. Just the easiest way to handle these people is just to avoid them, to not spend any more time on them. If you're on a date with someone, be it a woman or a man, and they exhibit this behavior, don't go on future dates with them, because if they're arrogant like that, that is going to cause a lot of future problems the longer you get to know them. And if you end up in a relationship with them, that arrogance is going to create so many fights and arguments with you, the two of you, that it's just not worth it. Don't spend time on these people. That's why my advice for dealing with them is just to avoid them. Once they reveal themselves, just kick them to the curb and continue on with your life and go find people who aren't so judgmental or arrogant, because those are just very unattractive qualities. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any intriguing stories of people you've met like this, please share it in the comments below, because I read all the comments and it'll be fun to see some of the stories you guys have of dealing with people like this, because I'm sure we've all encountered them, and it's just so funny that people can end up that way, where they truly believe they can have you figured out in a short period of time, because that's just not possible. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, the easiest way you can support me is to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci!